So I took the cover off of the experiment just to see, you know, how much rain it could get. It was pretty dry in the center, and man, it's doing great. All this cover crop is just coming right up. Not many peas yet, but all the rest of the stuff, the clover, this grass, awesome. This rain is doing us a world of good here. We need all this water. We need as much as we can get here in the desert. It's even pooling here a little bit on top. It's giving all my trees a drink. All my onions, potatoes, and garlic a drink over there in the field. Ah, it's really nice. And this is just day 1 of 3. Really excited. So I'm actually out here trying to put the drill back on, and I just found this. It looks like when the chickens were free roaming when we first got here, they were laying underneath the brush hog. They must have been getting in through that little flap there. Man, there's no way I would have found that unless I can like deadlift 300 pounds randomly looking for eggs. Well, that took me about probably 20 minutes longer than it should. Got the drill attached here. Now it's time to go drill a hole for a tree. After checking with Bianca, she wants the blue cypress tree right about here or so. So when you walk outside the front porch of the cabin, you see the Christmas tree in Christmas season or a blue cypress in the rest of the season. It'll work out nicely because I had lots of manure here, so this ground should be good to go for something planted. This area will do, I guess. Here goes nothing. No idea how deep to go. It's 2.5 feet. That should be good, huh? Yeah, that'll be a good start. Alright, so I dug this hole and it's not very good. You can see it only goes up to about my elbow, or actually not even my elbow. My forearm. I was kind of fussing around, haven't used it in a while. It kind of started wobbling around and collapsed on me. So I moved forward, dug a second one, just stabbed it right in all the way, and that's probably would go up to my hip. So that's the hole I'm going to use for the tree. It also is nice because it automatically puts a sort of raised cone around a tree, which is what they recommend to make for transplanting trees. So awesome. Alright, I'm back over here at the nursery area. I'm going to fill up these 2 5-gallon buckets with some of this soil here. It looks completely saturated with this rain we've been having for the past 24 hours or so. You'd think it's totally soaked through, but check this out. That's the thing about this stuff, is it's a complete sponge. The top layer just soaked up all that rain it had today. It's kind of incredible. So that's why it's important to have organic matter in the soil. It acts as a battery of water. The only problem is initially, if it's very dry, it takes a ton of water to get it saturated to the right point. But that's what you got to do when you're manually putting trees in the ground, right? Back here at the new hole. Now I'm just going to take these buckets and dump the organic matter right in the bottom of the hole. I'm glad to see that it hardly filled it. That means that it's a deep enough hole. So I'm going to put both of these in. Then I'm going to go get a bucket full of water and dump that in there to make sure that it's hydrated for the first few weeks. We're back here. That's what a blue cypress looks like. If you're not sure, it's hurting. It's not looking like it should. It usually has very vibrant green thistles. You can see it's going kind of bald here in here. It's running out of space. That's why we're here. Got the water, another bucket of that stuff, and a hole full. So now I'm going to dump the water in and get to mixing. What made me realize this tree needed to be transplanted is this right here and this over here. Those things just popped up, and look at this. If that isn't root bound, I don't know what is. Started spiraling all the way back up. So now I'm going to break this soil loose a little bit so the roots can start reaching out, and then just drop it in the ground. Okay, I finally got this thing filled. The top of the actual plant is about at the level of the ground. I have all this above it because it's going to compact down around the plant as I add water. Hopefully, that's my goal. It's really hard to pour water one-handed. Let's see how I can do this here. This might end badly. Look at that, it's caving. It's a sinkhole! Alright, so anyways, that's why you overpack it with this stuff. Because over time, as I water, it will really fall down. And I want to make sure, though, that I don't I know this sounds weird, but I don't want to bury the tree. Like all these branches coming out the side, I need to make sure they're clear so they don't rot away. And I also need to take some of this berm and just kind of brush it down because it's way too high. So this is why you make a ring around the tree. You can fill it all the way with water in just like one bucket and then walk away. It traps all the water. You don't have to sit here waiting for it. That's pretty much that. I'm hoping that this thing, whose branches were limited to right here, because that was the size of the bucket it was in, now that the roots can spread out and branch out, these should now lay down flat as the roots start to spread. And, I'm hoping, grow taller. If not, I'm okay with a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Hooray! Cypress is installed. I got a chore done finally that was on my list. It's a great feeling.